everyone, it's Sandy, and today I will be talking about the book/series that I want to reread. One of my reading goals this year was to reread more books. I can't remember the exact amount, but I did reread several books. The books that I'm talking about today are some of my favorites, and I really want to reread them because it's been a while since I first picked them up. The first series that I really want to reread is the Vampire Academy series by Richelle Mead. I've actually read the first book twice. The second time was when the movie was coming out, and this past summer I reread the second book, but I haven't gotten around to reading the rest of the books, and I really want to because Vampire Academy is one of my favorite series, and it's been so long since I've read the full series. I think it's been almost 3 years. I'm slowly making my way through it, even though I've only reread the first 2 books, but it will happen. This whole series is so fun, so entertaining, and I highly recommend it if you haven't read it already. The next series that I really want to reread is The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. I actually reread the first book this past summer with my friend Knox, so that makes it my 3rd time reading the first book, but I have not reread any of the other books, and I really want to reread the whole series. I read this series around the time that I read Vampire Academy, so those 2 books are like really important to me because they kind of really jump-started my reading. Because there are so many books that takes place in the Shadowhunter world, I really want to go back to where everything began. Also, watching the Shadowhunter TV show makes me really want to reread the books. The 2nd season is happening, and I think it's coming out in 2017, so I do really want to reread these books and just compare and contrast what happens in that show. The next series that I really want to reread is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. As you all know, Empire of Storms, the 5th book in the series, recently came out, and I finished it a couple days ago actually. It was really good, but there was just a lot of things that I forgot. Especially the characters like Lorcan, I just didn't really remember him, and there were like minor things that were like mentioned that happened in the previous books, and I was just like, what? So there were parts where I was just really confused. So I really want to reread the whole series, including The Assassin's Blade, before the 6th and final book comes out, because I think that would really give me a better reading experience since it is the 6th book, and I just want to like immerse myself into that story and into that world and remember a lot more that has happened in the previous books. The next series that I want to reread is the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Again, it has been a while since I finished the series, and I really miss it, especially the characters. Haiti and Damon are one of my favorite couples ever. I also reread this book this summer, and I really want to continue on with the rest of the series. I remember that while I was rereading this book, I just felt so happy because I love the characters, I love their banter, and it just felt good being back in the world. The last 2 books that I'm going to mention are standalones, and the first one is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. This book is such a great summer read. It's full of adventure, and it has a lot of cute moments. It made me feel really happy, and I really connected to Emily's character. She's one of the most relatable character that I've ever read about. I wanted to make it a tradition to reread this book every summer, but I didn't get to it this summer. So hopefully next summer I reread this book because it's a perfect summer read. The last book that I really want to reread is Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. In case you didn't watch my Colleen Hoover book signing vlog, one thing that Colleen Hoover mentioned during her Q&A is that there may possibly be a 2nd book to Maybe Someday, and I'm really hoping that happens. I would really love a 2nd book. I really want to read more about Sydney and Ridge. So those are all the books that I really want to reread. Let me know in the comments what books you would want to reread. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!